First up, targeted killings in Jammu and Kashmir in which at least 3 people have been killed. Suspected this is a terror attack, in fact, in Rajouri that has taken place where 10 others have been injured. Let me immediately go across to Nazir Masoodi for more details. Nazir, what more information do we have about this?
Well, it clearly appears to be a terror attack, even if though police have not officially said it so. They have only said 2 armed men have resorted to firing and they entered 3 houses, separate houses in Dongri village and killed 3 civilians. And according to hospital authorities, 10 people have been injured in this attack. This is the last thing anybody would have expected to happen on the first day of the year, New Year. And there's chaos at, as you can see in the visuals also, these injured being shifted to hospital for treatment. Condition of at least 2 more injured is stated to be very critical. That's what the doctors said at Medical College Rajouri. Helicopters have been pressed into service to shift the critically injured to Medical College in Jammu and other hospitals. Security forces have rushed to the area and coordinated search operations have been launched. According to Additional Director General of Police, Mr. Mukesh Singh, Army's Special Operation Group of Police and CRPF have launched a joint coordinated search operation in the area to track down the attackers. This is the second incident of civilian killings in Rajouri in last 2 weeks. On 16th of December, 2 civilians were killed outside an army camp. That created a huge controversy. Army said it was a terrorist attack, but the villagers denied and they say it was like firing by the army, and a probe has been ordered to establish the fact of what led to that killing. But in this incident, villagers are clearly saying that it was a terrorist attack. Terrorists had come, they barged into the homes, at least 3 homes in Rajouri. It clearly appears to be a targeted attack. A specific community has been targeted. Dongri village is predominantly Hindu village, and the victims have been identified as Deepak Kumar, Satish Kumar, and Pritam Lal. They are injured. Among them are children and women as well who have been, injured. They all have been shifted to hospital. As I said, helicopters have been pressed into service to shift the, critically injured to Jammu for the specialized treatment. All the political leaders have strongly condemned this incident and have asked government to take stern action against those who involved behind this attack. Just few days back, there was a report that army has observed some suspicious movement along the line of control in Rajouri. Near the line of control in Rajouri, there was a report there could have been a infiltration attempt. It is still unclear if those militants were behind this attack. But this incident has happened just a day after when police gave all the details about how they have almost finished militancy, and militancy is on its last leg. Most of the militants operating in Jammu and Kashmir have been killed. The number of militants in the valley operating in the valley is just now in double digits, and most of their commanders, except few, have been eliminated. All those behind the targeted attacks have been killed, and those who are alive would be, neutralized very soon. This is what the police said in their statements yesterday. They said 186 militants have been killed across Jammu and Kashmir in the last 1 year. In fact, we see just, last week there was a major, operation by the police in Jammu in which 4 militants were killed who were traveling in a truck near Jammu. They were on way to Srinagar. They were killed, and according to police sources, they were cached on the militants. A huge cache of arms and ammunition, including 7 rifles, were recovered. This all clearly shows that there's consistent effort to push arms and ammunition and militants in the valley, and this is really very dangerous thing to target a specific community in the in this targeted attack to clearly cause trouble. Particularly Jammu, this area is seen as largely free from militancy, but for the last few years we have seen attacks in this particular area, but never like this in recent years when a specific community is being targeted like this.
Nazir Masoodi there giving details on the terror attack in Rajouri in Jammu and Kashmir. 3 people have died in a stampede at a rally of former Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu in Andhra Pradesh's Guntur district. This is the second such incident in a span of 4 days when the people have lost their lives at programs of Chandrababu Naidu, who's been holding a series of political meetings across the state in preparation for the assembly elections. Chief Minister Y.S. Jagan Reddy expressed shock over the stampede in Guntur. Officials have been directed to provide all possible medical assistance to the injured. Jagan Reddy has assured government support to the families. On Wednesday, 8 people, one of them a woman, died in a near stampede in Nellore district in Andhra Pradesh during a roadshow by the former Chief Minister. Several people fell into an open canal as locals waited for a glimpse of Chandrababu Naidu, who was coming for a roadshow there.
Second time in a week that a massive tragedy like this has happened in Andhra Pradesh. Once again, it's a stampede at a Chandrababu Naidu meeting, and in this case, 3 women have died in the stampede and 3 others at least are seriously injured. What we are being told is that as part of a public meeting in Guntur district, Chandrababu Naidu had come. There is a massive gathering and the permissions were of course taken for the public meeting itself, and Chandrababu Naidu had in fact left for his residence that is nearby. And subsequently, the local leaders had this event of distribution of gifts for Sankranti, what is called Chandrababu Naidu Sankranti Kanuka, which is a sari that was to be given to women. We are told at least about 4,000 women had lined up for getting those gifts, and there had been barricades that had been lined up, and there were women standing in those queues to receive those saris from the political leaders, and that's when one of the barricades in fact gave way, and that led to a panic situation, and the stampede happened. The earlier incident, of course, happened in Kandukur in Nellore district, where Chandrababu Naidu was to address a roadside meeting atop his vehicle, and that's when we are told he was at a Y junction where he was supposed to address the meeting, but subsequently went into a lane which was not meant to be a place or the route for the that was given permission to, and that led to overcrowding in that lane, and subsequently 8 people at least fell into a ditch and died, into an open nala and died. The YSRCP government had in fact accused Chandrababu Naidu of trying to resort to a photo shoot or a drone shoot in order to try and show that he is popular, and that's the reason Jagan Reddy, the Chief Minister, had alleged that they had pushed those people into a narrow lane and that his vehicle had come almost like a barricade, and that had led to the accident. And now the second incident happening within just about 5 days is certainly very, very tragic, and politically perhaps is going to have once again a sharp backlash for Chandrababu Naidu. The police-wise, legally, they had booked only a case of 174 in that case, no case of criminal negligence per se. Yet, what we are being told by top police officers is that they would be taking legal opinion about, whether the criminality involved in this and whether liability will be can be fixed in that case, and therefore they are considering the options of lodging a case specifically against political leaders or the party in case that is a possibility.
Well, and Haryana Sports Minister Sandeep Singh, who was also a former captain of the hockey team, has been accused of sexual harassment. He has denied the allegations, saying that it's to tarnish his image. The complainant, though, says that she was harassed and intimidated by Singh from February to November last year. The government has now set up an inquiry into the matter, even as the minister has not resigned but handed over his portfolio to the chief minister pending an inquiry. Vedant Agarwal with more details.
From a hockey icon to an alleged sexual offender. Accused of harassing a woman coach, former captain of the Indian hockey team and sports minister in the BJP-led Haryana government, Sandeep Singh gave up his portfolio until the police finish investigating the charges. The Chandigarh police registered a case against the former Olympian on charges of sexual harassment, criminal intimidation and for wrongfully restraining a woman. This after junior athletics coach in Chandigarh filed a complaint alleging that Singh harassed her repeatedly since February last year, touched her inappropriately and threatened to ruin her career. In her complaint, she goes on to say that she had to quit social media because of the constant harassment.
काफ़ी बारी उन्हें मना किया, प्यार से चीज़ें मना की, बट उनकी वो हरकतें लगातार चल रही थी, बंद होने का नाम ही नहीं ले रही थी. उन्होंने मुझे हर हिसाब से ऑफिशियली, मेंटली, फिजिकली हर तरीके से उन्होंने मुझे हैरास किया है. और पूरी कार्रवाई होगी, क्योंकि मुझे अपने देश के सिस्टम पे, कानून पे, हमारी सरकार पे, हमारे सब मीडिया भाइयों पे, पूरी आम जनता पे पूरा भरोसा है।
The minister rubbished the allegations as an attempt to malign his image.
एक माहौल क्रिएट किया गया है मेरी छवि को खराब करने के लिए, और एक खेल विभाग के जूनियर कोच ने जो एलिगेशंस, गलत फॉल्स एलिगेशंस लगाए हैं, उसकी मैं चाहूँगा कि अच्छे से जांच हो। जांच चल भी रही है, और जब भी उसकी रिपोर्ट आती है, उस रिपोर्ट के बाद एक नैतिकता के कारण, एक इंसानियत के कारण मैं अपना खेल विभाग जो है माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी को सौंपता हूँ।
The coach also says that Sandeep Singh has harassed other women. Speaking to the Home Minister of Haryana, she said that her life is at risk after she spoke out against the powerful politician.
मैंने सुनी है उनकी सारी बात, ध्यानपूर्वक सुनी है। मैं मंत्री जी से भी बात करूंगा और मुख्यमंत्री जी से भी बात करेंगे और बिल्कुल इंसाफ करेंगे इस मामले में।
Politics over the complaint erupted soon, with the opposition demanding a fair probe against the BJP leader.
संदीप सिंह जी ने इस्तीफा दे दिया आज, और इसमें जो है निष्पक्ष तो इसकी जांच होनी चाहिए।
इस्तीफा दिया नहीं गया है, इस्तीफा तो लिया गया है जब FIR लॉज होगी मंत्री के खिलाफ। चंडीगढ़ पुलिस ने नॉन अवेलेबल धाराओं के तहत एक FIR लॉज कर दी, तो मान के चलो वो 100% पुलिस को अरेस्ट करना पड़ेगा, पूछताछ करनी पड़ेगी इसमें।
Even though the accused minister has handed over his portfolio to the chief minister, constitutional experts say that it's completely different from resigning from the cabinet. He will continue to enjoy the status of a minister and its privileges. With camera person Pavan Kumar, Vedant for NDTV.
Now, big verdict on demonetization that's going to happen on Monday. Now, Supreme Court is going to rule on the validity of demonetization, a process that took place in 2016. Was due process followed in that demonetization exercise? That's the question before the court. The petitioners had said that demonetization was a hasty decision. The centre said that demonetization was a forward-looking economic policy. The petitioners said that the government forced RBI for demonetization, but the centre had said that the RBI board recommended demonetization. A 5-judge bench is going to finally put its verdict out on a batch of 58 petitions in this matter. A 20-year-old woman was killed after her scooty was hit by a car and she was dragged under the vehicle for 12 kilometers in Delhi, as per the police. The woman's family has alleged that she was sexually assaulted, though the police have denied that. The police say that it was a case of fatal accident and the 5 men in the car have been arrested. The arrested men include a credit card collection agent, a driver and a ration shop owner. The incident happened in Delhi's Sultanpuri on Sunday morning, several hours into the New Year celebrations that began at midnight. Let me go across to Mukesh now for more details. Mukesh, अलग-अलग तरह के इसमें claims आ रहे हैं, पुलिस अभी क्या कह रही है?
देखिए, जो वीडियो सामने आया था, जो लड़की थी जिसकी मौत हुई है, तो उसको देखकर ऐसा लग रहा था कि लड़की के साथ रेप हुआ है, फिर उसका मर्डर हुआ है और सोशल मीडिया पर ये वीडियो वायरल हो गया था। तो पुलिस ने अभी क्लैरिफाई किया है कि ये एक एक्सीडेंट का मामला है और दरअसल ये लड़की जो है पार्टीज में वेलकम गर्ल का काम करती है और आज सुबह तड़के करीब 3 बजे ये अपने काम से वापस लौट रही थी। उसी समय एक बलिनो कार में सवार 5 लड़के मुरथल से नई साल की पार्टी करके वापस लौट रहे थे। तो एलिगेशन ये है कि लड़कों की कार ने जो लड़की की स्कूटी है उसको हिट कर दिया। उसके बाद लड़की जो है वो कार के टायर के नीचे आ गई और कार में टायर के साथ वो फंस गई। उसके बाद जो बलिनो कार थी वो करीब सुल्तानपुरी से कंझावला करीब 12 किलोमीटर का डिस्टेंस है, वहां तक गई और वहां तक ये लड़की कार के टायर में फंसी रही, जिससे उसका शरीर बहुत बुरी तरह से उसमें जख्मी हो गया था और उसके बॉडी में कई जगह फ्रैक्चर हो गए थे। उसके बाद कंझावला में इस कार ने यूटर्न लिया, तब लड़की का जो डेड बॉडी थी वो वहीं पर सड़क पर गिर गई और ये लड़के वहां से भाग गए। लेकिन पुलिस ने फिर इन लड़कों को पकड़ लिया है और 5 लोग इसमें अरेस्ट हुए हैं लड़की का जो शव है उसका कल पोस्टमार्टम होगा। हालांकि उसके घर वाले एलिगेशन लगा रहे हैं कि लड़की के साथ रेप हुआ है और उसके बाद किसी ने उसका मर्डर किया है। लड़की घर वाले ये भी कह रहे हैं कि निर्भया जैसा ये मामला है, लेकिन पुलिस का भी दावा यही है कि ये एक दुर्घटना है जिसमें एक लड़की की स्कूटी एक कार से टकरा गई थी और उसके बाद लड़की का शव कार में लटक गया था, जिससे वो काफी दूर तक चली गई और उसके बाद उसकी मौके पर ही मौत हो गई। जी।
Let's move on now. The Nashik fire case, the rescuers have pulled out all 19 people, but unfortunately 2 people have died in the fire incident. Among those rescued, 4 are seriously injured. Several workers were trapped after a massive fire broke out at a plastic factory in Nashik in a village called Mundegaon at 11 in the morning after a huge boiler explosion. Several fire engines had reached the spot in an attempt to douse the fire. Another incident of fire again from Maharashtra. At least 3 people were killed and as many were injured in a major fire that broke out after a blast at a firecracker factory in Maharashtra's Sholapur district. This again happened this afternoon on Sunday. In fact, the blaze erupted at the unit located at Shirala in Barshi Taluk around 3 p.m. Barshi is around 400 kilometers from Mumbai. And now news from the northeast. A day after Assam government announced the merger of 4 districts, which the opposition alleges was done to reap political benefits. Now there were protests in Assam as well. On Sunday, the Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma denied the opposition charges and said that rather raised the issue of whether population-based delimitation rules should themselves change, even as people protested this decision. Ratandeep with more details.
যদিও আমি কোনো ডিলিমিটেশনৰ কাৰণে এই ডিস্ট্ৰিক্টবিলাক মাৰ্জাৰ ৰিমাৰ্জাৰ কৰা নাই, প্ৰশাসনীয় কাৰণতহে এইটো আমি কৰিছো। এই সিদ্ধান্তটোৰ ডেফিনেটলি কিছু প্ৰভাৱ ডিলিমিটেশনতো পৰি এনআৰসি আমি সফল হ'ব নোৱাৰিলো, অসম চুক্তিৰ জৰিয়তেও আমি আশানুৰূপ ফল পাব নোৱাৰিলো। বাট Delimitation can be one exercise jar জৰিয়তে আমি অহান্তত 2টা দশক অসমৰ ফিউচাৰটো আমি সেফগাৰ্ড কৰিব পাৰিম।
A clarification by Assam Chief Minister that his decision to merge 4 districts on Saturday was not aimed at delimitation in Assam, the notification for which came into force today. This after sporadic protests in the districts that are being merged. But Sharma also added that Parliament should debate if delimitation should be based on population.
Our policy of delimiting constituencies population. One point I want to raise. Central government has told us that you control population. Somebody has controlled population. Some people has not controlled population. So that delimitation population should be the basis of a delimitation. So you are actually giving premium to those who are violating the policy.
The opposition is alleging that the state government's intention is to polarize votes.
Political agenda is to polarize the voters in the lines of Hindu majority, Muslim majority like that, and he cannot do it if the existing delimitation is done as per the existing boundaries.
इसका एक ही वजह हो सकता है कि वो लोग इस इशू को पॉलिटिकलाइज करना चाहता है। इस इशू को वो लोग बीजेपी को कैसे खुश किया जाए या मेजॉरिटी कम्युनिटी को कैसे खुश कर पाए या मेजॉरिटी सीट ज्यादा बढ़ा ले, माइनॉरिटी को सीट कम दे, एससी को सीट कम दे, एसटी को सीट कम दे, ऐसे एक इंटेंशन उन लोग का अंदर में है।
Protecting the demography and the political rights of the indigenous people of Assam against alleged illegal immigrants has been the key political pitch of the BJP ever since the party came to power in Assam in 2016. And today, the Chief Minister also claimed that the Assam agitation of the 80s or the NRC, which is stuck in limbo, could not protect the indigenous people. And therefore, it seems now the delimitation is going to be the new political hotcake in a state where demography has always been the bone of contention. In Guwahati, with Sanjay Chakravarti, Ratneep Chaudhary for NDTV.
A A young Indian doctor who had completed his MBBS in China and went back for an internship in December has died reportedly of a liver disease. His parents in Pudukkottai district of Tamil Nadu are appealing to the Ministry of External Affairs now to help bring the body back so that they can have a last glimpse and perform the last rites.
தங்கச்சி மகன் சைனா படிக்க சென்ற இடத்துல கல்லீரல் பாதிக்கப்பட்டு உடல் சிகிச்சை பலனின்றி இன்று காலை இறந்து விட்டார். அவரை இறுதி சடங்கு செய்யறதுக்கு ஏற்பாடு பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம். அவரை இங்கே கொண்டு வந்து சேர்க்கறதுக்கு நிறைய பெரிய தொகை கேட்குறாங்க. எங்கள்கிட்ட அந்த சூழ்நிலை வசதிகள் இல்லாதனால அதுக்கான ஏற்பாடு நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. இதை மத்திய மாநில அரசு தலையிட்டு எங்கள் பிள்ளைய இறுதி சடங்கு நடக்கிறதுக்கு ஏற்பாடு பண்ணுமாறு மிக தாழ்மையுடன் கேட்டுக்கிறோம். என் தங்கச்சி வீட்டுக்காரரு அது வீடெல்லாம் விற்று அந்த பையனை படிக்க வச்சாரு. இப்போ சிகிச்சை நடிச்சிட்டு இருக்க இடையில பணம் கேட்டாங்க. அது அந்த இதெல்லாம் கடனை வாங்கி தான் அவர் ஏற்பாடு பண்ணி கொடுத்தாரு. ரொம்ப சிரமத்தில் மத்தியில் இருக்கிறார்.
Let's move on now, and the men's cricket team review meeting took place today, and there were some key recommendations by the BCCI. First, about good domestic experience that should be required for selection. Yo-yo test and DEXA will be made part of the selection criteria as well. So the big focus really is on injury management. Sources have told NDTV that top cricketers have been told to miss IPL if injuries persist. Sources also tell NDTV that the BCCI wants all top cricketers to play ICC events. They've shortlisted 20 players for the World Cup. India is to play 35 ODIs in 2023. The other issues on the table were that players have to play domestic cricket before selection to the national team. Taking a very quick break now, news and updates will continue. Stay with us.